Hey Elements members, it is Coach Beth. Good to see you. It's Thursday and I am going to work with that bottle of laundry detergent again today. And so if you want to choose a single weight implement to use, you could double up 2 weights if you've got 2 smaller ones. It's something that you can work one side with and then the other. I've got my water bottle. I've changed locations just slightly because I'm trying to stay in the sun. As long as we've got sun, you'll find me in it. I'm going to make sure that my earbuds are working. Well, let's put it this way. If you cannot hear me once I go out to my chair, you let me know, okay? No music today again. Facebook was shutting me down because I was using music they didn't like. I was just using some Spotify that I pay for, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, here we are. I'll set up my shot and we're gonna get ready to roll here. There we go. Okay, we're there. Woohoo! Good to see you all this afternoon. It's Thursday, sometime in October, middle of October. Tells you how worried I am about what day it is. You know, as long as my family is healthy and I know when election day is, I'm good. Got plenty of reminders for that. I hope you're all registered. I think today is when we're supposed to get our ballots mailed to us. So that is awesome news. And make sure you vote right away. Get that thing in the drop box. And if you need somebody to take your ballot to a drop box, I'd be happy to do that for you. So just let me know. Good to see you all. Let's sit up nice and tall. Ah, there's the sun. That feels so nice. Still a little chilly today. Really feels like fall. Got my orange skirt out for you all because it's a beautiful fall day. Alrighty, let's just go ahead and decompress for a moment. 3 o'clock, we have a few more hours to be productive with our day. So let's make the most of our time here. I was going to work on a little bit of isometrics again today and isokinetics just to get a handle on how those can work really well for us without even picking up a weight. We can strengthen the muscles with nice resistance and eccentric work. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Exhaling. Good. See what you hear. Hopefully there's not a lot of distractions, but I'm hearing a squirrel eat something over here and some wind in the trees. One more time, I really want you to let go of those shoulders, that neck and jaw as you breathe deeply. Alright, for the neck, we're going to look over the right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed, that's fine with me. Inhaling and over to the left shoulder. Inhale to the right. Inhale and exhale to the left. Inhale, we're just mobilizing. You don't even have to stop when you look to one direction. Just stop when it's tight and turn it around. Move slowly here. One more time each way. I'm trying to find length up and down my neck as I turn it. There we go, looking straight ahead. I'm going to bring the chin down towards the chest. And then pull my jaw back as if to lift the back of the head up, stretching the back of the neck. And then let's slowly bring the chin back into level. So you're looking straight out at your horizon. And then nod again. As you do that, lengthen by pulling the chin back towards the throat. And then return back to neutral. Try that a couple more times. Exhale, nod the chin. Pull the jaw back towards your get to be too tight or clinchy. Nod the head, pull the jaw back, or the chin back rather, to the throat, and then look straight ahead. All right, good. We're gonna roll those shoulders around a little bit, just rolling, rolling. Try to make it a circle with the shoulder up, back, down, and around, up, back, down, and around. That's the motion of the shoulders. No particular rhythm except your own. Try to align that rhythm of the circles with your breath. One more time each side. There's one and one. Okay, warming up the backs of the arms and the shoulders. As you place your hands right above your knees here on the thighs, slide the shoulder blades down the back. Now that's going to contrast with any sort of elevation we might feel compelled to engage when we're going to push with the arms. So release that elevation. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. We call that depression. And then lift them back up into elevation and slide them back down to depression. We'll do that one more time just so you can feel the shoulder blades glide, not clinch, and then glide down and not pull, just glide. And settle them there where it's comfortable. Okay, hands on the thighs, fingertips pointing towards me. When we bend our elbows, they're going to stay close to my waist, not out here, okay, close to the waist. Now push your own body weight up with your arms. Hinge forward, catch the body weight going forward with the backs of your arms. Right back here, those lovely strong triceps, and then push yourself away from the legs. As you hinge forward and back, the spine stays long and strong. It's like a true hinge doing this sort of thing. There's no rounding going on at all. So I'm not going to drop my chin, but it just so happens that if I keep my neck aligned with my spine, I end up looking down, right? Just by virtue of hinging, not because I'm dropping the chin. Avoid dropping the chin. Push the weight away. So I want you to catch the weight with the arms so that the back can relax. Tighten up your abs, press away. Tighten up your abs to hinge forward. That's going to keep the spine true and stable, right? The strong core. Forward. Push away. We're going to do 4 more. These are just seated push-ups. Here's where I want you to feel that. 3 more. Lowering the shoulders towards the legs or the chest, you can think of it, just moving through the chest. 2 more. If this bothers your wrists, then don't go down quite so far. If it bothers your shoulders, limit your range. And up. Wow, feeling those triceps. Let's boost that right elbow up. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my sunglasses. This is called cow face in yoga. Where, whoops, right there, where I'm supporting from behind. So it's either option 1, okay, or option 2. Breathing deeply. Telescope that spine up out of the chair, up towards the sky. Gently release that, and then we'll take the left elbow up in front. This is a good way to start if you're not sure how tight that is or how restricted the shoulder may be. And then if you feel like everything is free and clear in the shoulder joint, let's wrap it around and hold that stretch right there. As you stretch, remember we want to keep the shoulders stacked over the ribs and the ribs stacked over the hips. Always breathe. It's only half a stretch without the breath. So we've got to breathe through that. Create a contrast of tension to release, of inhale to exhale. gently let go, unfold the arms, and let them hang down by your sides. Okay, so I happen to have my chair turned so that I'm straddling a corner. I prefer sitting that way, it just frees up the legs a bit. But I'm still feeling my sits bones on my chair. I want my arms to hang down by my sides as if I'm holding something heavy in each hand. And I'm just gonna tip over to my right, leading with the crown of the head. Notice that angle. And I'm not trying to fold everything in half, right? I'm trying to lift and lengthen, but guess what? Keep that left hip heavy. Don't shift your weight all the way into the right hip. Now we're going to come back up and correct that using your left obliques. We're going to do that again, over to the right. Remember, there's something heavy in both arms, so let them both just kind of dangle. And then come back up using your left obliques. We're going to tip over one more time. We're growing up and out of this hip, but also this hip. Both ribs, sides of the rib cage, move together. Let's go over to the left. Lead with the crown of the head. Telescope up, up, up first. And then restack back onto those hips. I felt that right hip get a little bit lighter. I'm going to try to keep that heavy as I pick it up through the head, neck, shoulders. Everything else will follow. One more time. Keep those two imaginary buckets of water in your hands. Really good job. Just to finish the stretch here portion in the beginning of class, let's reach that right heel out in front. We're going to do an arm circle with the right arm. So to hinge forward, remember it's a hinge, don't round the spine, just reach forward for the toes, then circle up. Now twist to the right and bring it down and reach up, twist around. If your shoulder doesn't like to reach into that big circle, you can do what I'm just doing here and just take it across the horizon and then down and around. Or if you've got the range, sweep it up. Anything in between there is perfectly acceptable. Keeping my hips stable and anchored as I twist and open. Two more, reach. Every time I reach forward, I'm getting a little closer to my toes. I hope you are too. Now we're going to reach and hold. Support your body weight if you need to on that left leg. It's still planted to the floor. That foot is still planted. And I'm reaching forward. Pull the energy of the abs back towards your spine. Keep it there. Make sure the shoulders aren't elevating. That your hips are balanced and even in weight. And then let's sit up tall, switching sides. Reach the left heel out. We're going to reach the left arm up and over the leg. And then we'll start our circles. Up, twist to the left, circle down and around. Up and around, down and around. Inhale to lift. Exhale, support on that right side, up and around. 3 more. And 2. And 1. All right, very nice job. We're going to swing those arms a few times together, forward and back. As you swing, we don't want to just lose total control of our body posture as we do that. So keep the posture strong by wrapping those muscles around your corset zone and then swing the arms. They're in control. They're in a range that feels good. We're lubricating the shoulder joints. Okay, let's stop. Keep them at 90 degrees. Rest the elbows right next to your waist and we'll lubricate them going in the other direction. So they're up on a big countertop or big armrests. And then down and lift, control down. 7 more, lift, control down, sit tall, lift. I can get a little taller if I pull that navel back towards my back waistband. 4 more. 3, 2, those big armrests and hold there, and then extend them, reach out long. Okay? A different sort of confusion for the body now. Stay stable and circle the arms. Try not to wiggle your body. It should be controlled. Arms straight. 4 and 3 and 2 and reverse it back. Here we go. If the shoulders don't like this height, come down. We're still working on destabilizing the torso and trying not to wobble the body. So keep it in place. Don't hold your breath to accomplish that, but keep the breath open and go to your core. And 3 and 2 and 1. Turn your palms up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower down. Woo! Good work. Okay, grab a drink of water. Handy dandy, right there. Remember, your water bottle could be your mode of resistance today. Maybe that's the sort of weight you want to use. We need to get up from the chair. So what we're going to do is swing those arms again together, forward and back. Again, keep it in control. Keep the torso here stable. I can't even tell you how good the sun feels right here. I've been cold all day. This is amazing. All right, we're going to swing those arms 10. So on 1, you're going to stand up. There's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Use the momentum of your arms. 2, are you ready? And up, standing. Okay, keep those legs toned as you stand. I want to feel that I've got a little bit of glute activation, a little, like 20%. Okay, and I'm going to think of squeezing a ball between my ankles, or pulling the floorboards together is another way I've taught that gesture. Now when you think of that, pulling the floorboards together under your feet, your sits bones should have narrowed. Okay, so you're feeling that right below the glutes, maybe at the inner thighs. Be careful that you do not lock the knees, okay, and you stack your shoulders over your ribs, over your hips. This is a nice powerful position, right? If a big wind were to come and push you, it wouldn't knock you over. And then shake those legs out. Okay, we're going to do that same thing. We're just going to call it the power position, so that when we swing the arms and drive them forward with momentum to come up to standing, you're going to end up in that power position. So have a seat. I'm going to get things out of the way here. Okay. We're going to swing those arms, this time just 5. 4, on 1 is when you stand. 3, 2, and up, power position. No one's going to push you over. You're rock solid here, you're rock solid here. You're also pulling the floorboards together. Let's sit down. Okay, 5 swings. 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, up. All right, now when you squeeze your glutes, make sure you're not squeezing so hard that it affects your low back. In fact, what I want you to do is to find a little pelvic tilt here so that we know we're lengthening the spine, shortening the abs just enough to keep us accountable. Okay, let's do it again. Sit down. We're going to do 7 more of these for a total of 10. So here we go. We'll just do these in succession now. 1, 2, 3, counting down, 2, coming up, and 1. Squeeze. Sitting back. Make sure you know where your chair is every time before you sit. Here we go. 5, and 4, and 3, 2, ready, up. Pull the floorboards together. Sit down. I don't have to tell you, I'm pretty sure that you should not be working on a slippery floor or a chair that's got wheels on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, and up. Scoop the abs. Tilt the pelvis. And sit down. Shoulders are easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, up. Unlocked knees, yes. Sit back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Squeeze. Lower down. A little fall from my chair. 5, 4, chair is too low, you can certainly do this in a little squat position. 5. I do this often when people are sitting on a ball. We bounce on the ball. 2. Ready, up. Relax. And bounce. 5. 4. 3. 2. Ready, up. Toned abs. Make sure you're not over squeezing the glutes. So we've got balance and structure. And 5. 4. 3. 2. Ready. Squeeze and lift. One more set. Hips back. 2. 3. Here's the contrast. 2. Ready. Up. And there you go. Great. Shake those legs out. Hopefully that created a little bit of energy and heat in the legs. We're going to go to our weight tool. Mine's going to be this laundry soap today. And you're going to want your chair. So, let me turn my chair. It's facing you. This is the front. This is the back. I'm going to put my knee, if I were standing in front of the chair, it's the knee that's closest to the chair, up on that chair. Okay, and then my hand right there beside it. And now the hand could be in your soft fist or just wrap the fingers around the edge of the chair. So here's my weight. You know, I might add a little bit to that. That would feel pretty good. Before I begin, all those cues we used when we were hinging, okay, we've got abs toned back. We've got shoulders sliding down the back. And the spine is neutral. That's not going to change. When I pull my elbow back towards my waist, I want to avoid twisting or turning. I'm just going to pull the elbow up and bring it gently down. Pull the elbow back and down. That's all it is. Super simple. Don't complicate it by adding any more motion than this. And what's going to help prevent me from adding more motion than this is my core, and you know that. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up right there. Okay? Now that weight is just kind of hanging with gravity, right? I'm keeping that elbow up using the back of the arm, back of the shoulder. My obliques are working really hard right here on the side of my abs to keep my body level. Okay, remember I don't want to twist here. Now what we're going to do is lower the weight for a count of 8. Are you ready? And 8. Keep breathing. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it back and hold. Stay right there. See if you can feel the back of the arm loading, the back of the shoulder loading. I don't want this to be creeping up above my shoulder into my neck. Yes, I'm feeling the legs a little bit because they're helping me balance. Find your core, take another deep breath, and we'll lower the arm for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep holding it with the back of the arm. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Come on up to your feet, and we'll turn around. Go to the other arm, the other side. I've kind of rigged up this system of gripping the handle and then just looping that water bottle on my fingers, and that seems to be fine. So whatever you can rig up that's safe and comfortable. All right? So the knee, if I'm standing in front of my chair, it's the knee that's closest to the chair. Just slide it up there. You can put a cushion or a pillow there too. That's a little more friendly. And then the hand right next to the knee. Start with the arm hanging down in gravity. Be true with that. Maybe even relax into it for a second before you correct your posture. Now my posture needs to be corrected, right, until my shoulders are level. And I just made that maneuver with my obliques. Once I'm level, I'm going to just pull the elbow straight back and control it down. It's not a throw and a drop. It's a lift and a lower. So we're using muscles going both directions. Pull your tummy back towards your back waistband. Keep it there. Relax your shoulders down the back. And make sure you're not finding yourself twisting and turning as you pull your weight. next one, we're gonna hold it up right about there. Stay right there with me. Good. Re-extend your spine if you found yourself slouching or shrinking. And we're gonna lower the weight here for 8 counts. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull it up. For some reason, my left arm feels a lot stronger than my right today. Stay here. Take another deep breath. And lower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hey, nice. Let's go ahead and stand up. That was great. Set your weight down for a moment. I'm going to turn my chair again so that I can straddle that corner and face you. Have a drink of water, and we're going to work now the fronts of the shoulders. Now keep in mind that you could do this work sitting or standing. Sitting allows you to focus a little bit more on what's going on through the upper body, but I'm going to do a little bit of standing work and work the legs while we're doing this. So I'm going to turn the legs into external rotation, so the toes are aiming out at 45 degrees from this 90, right? And then I'm going to make sure my feet are wide enough apart. You've got good balance here, and you're going to just bend those knees into a little plie, okay? So with the fronts of the shoulders, we're going to bring the arms out to the sides. Bend the elbows so that we've got these uprights, okay? Nice and tall through the spine. I'm just going to pull those elbows in to the right in front of my shoulders. Do not bring them in together, okay? And then just open. And pull in with the fronts of the shoulders and pull out with the backs of the shoulders. Pull it in, draw that navel back towards your spine, and open out. So I'm moving pretty slowly here so that I can focus on precision, right? Pull it in. And while I think about the precision of how I'm moving my shoulders and the angles that I'm holding them in, and my torso is upright and strong, I'm also making sure that my knees are pointing in the same direction as my toes, and that they're stacked, my knees are stacked over my heel, not out over my toes. Okay, so there's a few pieces and parts we need to keep together here. I'm going to tuck my tail just a little bit, to keep my low back long and strong. I want to make sure I'm not arching my back or shoving my rib cage forward. Yeah, I'm talking a lot so that you're distracted from the work. You're distracted by me from the work. Another way to see this is you're tracing the brim of a large sun hat. Your palms are facing you and your head the whole time. Okay, keep it going. Let's do 3 more. 3. Cage in, and 2. It's not sunken in, it's just wrapping gently around your body. Last 1. And open, stretch the arms long, and float them down as you stand up. Nice work. For a quick little break, I'm gonna keep my feet out, turned out and slightly bent. You're welcome to stand tall on your feet in alignment or sit. I'm going to reach the right arm. We'll start with the hands here. I'm going to reach the right arm high and the left arm low on this diagonal line. And we're going to push in the direction of the palms, okay? So that means my high arm is going to push up. My low arm is going to push down. So we're just going to do that simultaneously. And a little push, and push, and push, and breathe. Here we go. 11. 10, 9, 7, 6, keep your body upright, 4, arms straight, 2, and 1, bring your hands back in, switch your angle, stretch long, the top arm is going to push up, the bottom arm is going to push down. They move at the same time, like they're opposite ends of a compass. Push and pull. And push, and pull. Look straight ahead at your horizon. 8, 7, Good. Walk those feet in for a moment. And we're going to stretch open this piece a little bit more before we do more chest work. All right, so we're going to take that same angle. Right arm is high, left arm is low. But turn your palms to face me. Turn your palms to face forward. Now what we're going to do is press the backs of the hands back, but keep neutral, and then relax that squeeze. So we're engaging mid-back muscles there. And now I'm really warm today, so I'm reaching farther than I would be if I hadn't been moving all day. Okay, so you need to feel your way through this. Don't push back on my account. Push back until it's challenging to keep all of this against the body. I don't want to pull the arms back and find myself arching, because that doesn't feel very good, and it's not going to help strengthen my core either. Forward, back, forward, back. Woo, anybody feeling their mid-back or shoulders? 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands in and flip it over and up, palms facing forward. Here we are. And you're going to push the backs of the hands back. 13. We did a few before I started counting on the other side, so I need to make it even. Keep reaching the fingertips away, and the hands go back and back. This is a wonderful restorative exercise. It re-energizes your posture. If you've been slouching forward all day, hunching in a chair, working on a computer, sewing, knitting, whatever it is, reading, we need to lift the body up out of that forward bending posture. Last one. Bring the hands in and relax. Shake it out. Let's get a drink of water. I'm sure you were breathing very well through that work. Yes? Yes. Okay, so we did that mid-back shoulder work, that one. Now we're going to do a little bit more chest work with some isokinetics. So, your feet, my feet are turned out a little bit. That's just for good base of support, and that way I don't have to think about whether I'm locking my knees or not. I know I'm not. Keep the knees slightly bent. Posture is being built up from those hips. You're going to press the hands together right in the middle. My hands are at least a foot away from my chest, and I'll tell you why. Look at how long my wrists are. If I bring my hands closer to my chest, see how those wrists flex? Okay, that might not be really comfortable. And I'm not going to work in that mode if I'm working with resistance. I want to keep them as neutral as possible. So here it is. Pressing the heels of the hands together, you're going to exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, so what we'll feel, engage here. Hopefully, first and foremost, it's your abs. Then you feel the chest, the front of the shoulders, maybe even the biceps. But work with me here and squeeze the hands together and squeeze the hands together. Exhale. Body posture doesn't change. I don't want it to be an exaggerated squeeze and then squeeze and then No, we're keeping everything strong and long. There's a balance to my breath. There's a balance to my effort. When I release that tension of the squeeze, I'm not separating the hands. I'm just gently releasing some of the tension and then going back into pressure. And exhale. See if you can engage everything in the front body when you squeeze those hands gently together. And gently is what I mean. We're going to do 5 and 3. And feel those abs work 2. And last 1. Now push the right hand into the left hand as you resist with the left and go the other way. And switch. My hands are still a good foot out in front of me. Push. This goes out to Stacy Rice, who's one of my heroes in fitness. off, and we didn't even lift a weight. We did a lot of work like this. Just focused, isometrics, isokinetics, balance. 4, wow, anybody feeling this? 2, and 1, and relax. Wow, shake those shoulders out. We're gonna stretch that a little bit by lacing the hands back behind us or just clasping. And then opening up the fronts of the shoulders first. You see how I just peeled the sternum open? I just peeled the sternum open, okay? Thinking a little bit through the backs of the shoulders. Not too much through the shoulder blades. If I squeeze too hard between the shoulder blades, then I lose this integrity. And we want this to stay the same, where the ribs hug the body, okay? They don't jut out in front. And breathe. Soften the arms. Soften the shoulders down the back. Lift proudly up through the crown of your head. Feel the feet. Establish your base, and then you push all the muscles and bones up off of your feet, just by growing and telescoping upwards. The hands move downwards. Now soften any pulling you might be trying to create any traction. And just let the arms hang behind you. We'll step the feet out a little bit wider. Keep the arms on your back. Softening the knees. You're welcome to use your hands to help support this exercise. I'll stand right by my chair so you can see me do that. But I'm going to turn my feet so they're parallel with each other, and as I hinge forward, okay, the chest lowers down towards the chair. You're welcome to go here for a little more support. Your back doesn't want to support all that. It's a lot of work. Okay, or your hands are here. But see how my neck is aligned with the rest of my spine. I'm not going to drop or lift my head. It's just all in one straight line. You're going to keep it that way now as you hinge up, rotating these thigh bones out so that you feel the glutes engaged and the sits bones narrow. Let's do that again, stretching. Keep the heels anchored, keep the knees slightly bent. Now once you're in your stretch position for the backs of your legs, I want you to pull your navel back towards your back waistband. Slide the hands farther down the back. On your next exhale, we're going to come back up. Thank you. Right up there. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Let's have a seat and work with that weight just a little bit more. This is going to be option 1. Okay, make sure whatever weight you're using, you have good capacity to grip it. Good capacity to grip it. All right, so option 1 is seated. Feet are wide. You're going to drop that bottle down between the feet and then quickly press it to the shoulder. And down, snatch it is what I meant. Snatch it to the shoulder. And down. Snatch it. Level 2 would be no hand on that thigh. You're just lifting. Using your breath. Okay, option 3 is standing up and down and up and down. I'm gonna have a lot of bubbles inside this bottle when I'm done. When I drop the bottle down between my knees, my spine stays neutral. Avoid rounding forward. 3, if your knees don't like this, don't go so far down, but it's for the legs. Last one. Snatch, right? It's clean, really. The snatch goes over the head. But we'll start here, and it's down. Now, somewhere in between would be on your feet, but with the hand on the thigh, kind of helping you guide your posture as you go. It's optional to stand with this. Good, keep going down and lift. Down, clean it up. Gives cleaning a whole new meaning. Clean. 3, 4, counting down, 4 more. 4, 3. Drive drive those hips up away from the floor. Here's 2. Last 1. Awesome job. Set your weight down, feet wide. Give me that nice trunk rotation with the pivot of the feet. I tip my camera down just so you can see my feet. I don't want you to lock your feet down because I don't want you to twist your knees. So we're pivoting. Make sure when you twist, whoopsie daisy, that you don't shrink once you've found your final rotation. Okay, grow taller instead and twist, lift. Twist, lift. Oftentimes I'll see a twist, shrink, or slunk, and slunk. No, keep it up. Keep getting taller. 4, 3, whoopsie, 2. Obviously I need to do these today, and 1. Final bit of work for you today is just a hip twist, or a hip circle rather. You're circling those hips around. Less is more. Make your circles smaller so you can make it more specific. Okay, specific to the outer hip, maybe even down the thigh to that IT band. But try to keep this part, upper body from the rib cage up, very quiet as you stir your hips around. Again, this is a really good one for me today. I've got a lot of tension inside this hip, so that feels really great. I'm going to go the other direction. Try to keep your eyes on one point out at your horizon. And as you do that, that should help you keep the head pretty still. So that's just about stirring the hips around. Ooh, I'm way more coordinated going this way today, and that's that hip thing. Hope you're finding this. This is a great exercise to do first thing in the morning. Smaller is better, and then you can make it a little bit bigger in the evening. But try hip circles for a week, morning and evening, and tell me if that doesn't help improve things. Let's take a deep breath. Lift. Hands together. As you slide the hands down the midline, squeeze the legs together. You're all done. I thank you for being with me today. I want to see how many we had live. 4. Oh, the mighty 4. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. Send this on to some friends. Let me know how it goes. Love to hear back from you. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Be well, be safe. Keep wearing your mask. Keep wearing your mask is what I said. Take care. Bye.